Well, first of all, we have to determine who's at fault. Determining legal responsibility, that's basically who's at fault or who's liable for an accident or injury, can be complicated, but often rests on whether someone was careless or negligent. It's easy to say that the person or business that caused the accident must pay for your injuries, but before you can get to that point, you must determine who was legally at fault. So here's how you determine legal liability. Most accidents happen because someone was careless. The basic rule is, if one person involved in an accident was less careful than the other, the less careful one must pay for at least a portion of the damages suffered by the more careful one. Legal liability for almost all accidents is determined by the rule of carelessness and by one or more of the following simple propositions. 1. If the injured person was where he or she was not supposed to be, or where he or she should have expected the kind of activity which caused the accident, then the person who caused the accident might not be liable because that person had no duty to be careful toward the injured person. 2. If the injured person was also careless, his or her compensation may be reduced by the extent that such carelessness was also responsible for the accident. This is known as comparative negligence. 3. If a negligent person causes an accident while working for someone else, the employer may also be legally responsible for that accident. 4. If an accident is caused on a property that is dangerous because it is poorly built or poorly maintained, the owner of that property is liable for being careless in maintaining the property, regardless of whether he or she actually created the dangerous condition. And 5. If an accident is caused by a defective product, the manufacturer and seller of the product are both liable, even if the injured person doesn't know which one was careless in creating or allowing the defect, or exactly how the defect happened. So in summary, these are the 5 basic rules you need to know in determining whether you have a personal injury case. If you're still unsure, please feel free to contact our law firm at the number listed below or through our website.